out. This was just passed. This law by Stephen Abbott, the governor of Texas, just passed on their site. If you want to go check it out, capitol.texas.gov. Here goes the law that just passed. So you can check it out on our website. I'll put the link there. And there's another link that I'll put here with the Texas legislature. It gives you a little updates. But in summary, I'm just going to give you an overview of what's happening. So what's happening is that if you are late now on your lease, if you take a look at your lease when you're renting your property, whenever you rented your property, you have a lease, and in there it's going to say like late fees. In fact, let's pull one up. I'll pull one up for an example. Okay, so this is an example. It may look a little different. Like if you're living in an apartment complex, they write it a little bit different, but it's going to be very, very similar. So late charges, it's going to tell you exactly what day that you'll be late. So on the third day of each month, there'll be initial charge of like 75, 25, 50, $75. That's what's the average. That's what I've been seeing over the last 15 years in real estate. But now, instead of that, this law has changed. This form hasn't even changed yet from the Texas Real Estate Commission yet, as far as I know. So now it's going to read 10% of your rental payment as an initial fee plus late fees. So if you're paying $1,500 a month, or $2,000, or $3,000, or $5,000 a month, you're going to be looking at some extreme late fees. It's one of the most extreme late fees that we've seen across the United States. And a lot of renters are really concerned about it because, it's just a huge amount. On average, just on average in, let's say, the Houston Heights, the average rent is about $1,800. And it can go up as high as like $5,000, $6,000 a month. But yeah, that's the average. So now you're looking at 10% of $1,800. That's $180 versus $50 or $75. So it's going to be an extreme amount of money that's going to be coming in from renters. Now, for landlords, I always give advice for landlords. Now, keep in mind, you always want a income stream. That's what you got these properties for. You want the income stream to come in. So don't be so hard on the tenants. Of course, you want to give them advice. You want to give them a legal notice that the laws changed, so there's no confusion. And then just don't be so hard with them. If they're going to be late one or two times, give them a break, maybe 50% off. Ease them into that, because keep in mind, you want to keep renters that cash flow coming in. And as far as a professional like apartment complexes, you definitely want to do the same. Don't be so strict with your tenants, because they're going to be not so eager to renew your lease. And of course, apartment complexes, they're not for sale. They want the income stream. So for managers out there, give a little leeway, give your notice, but don't be so set in stone. Like, hey, this is one time deal. This is the second time I'm gonna give you 50% off this time, but after that, so you can have some compassion towards your tenants. And I want the tenants too to be happy. You don't want upset tenants and not to renew. You want to keep them paying. You want to keep that stream coming in, and vice versa. On the other flip of that coin, if you're renting properties, if you're renting a house or renting an apartment, you may start thinking about buying a house. Not because I sell houses, but it just gives you another incentive or feature in your mind now that, like, hey, I can really face some penalties here, and I'm really, not only am I paying enough to own a house, but now on top of that, I got more stricter guidelines and policies and fines now, like fire on your ass, more and more pressure. For a mortgage, you got 15 days to pay it. You got 30 days before it gets on your credit. You got about 3 to 6 months before it go into foreclosure process. On average. I'm speaking on average from 15 years in real estate. So I hope you enjoy these tips. Once again, renters, be careful with those 10%. Talk with your landlord, and for vice versa, landlords talk with the tenants. Communication is key there. I hope to talk to you guys soon. Alan Jimenez, real estate broker and wannabe vlogger. Talk to you guys soon. God bless.